She screamed, "You're such a loser. I should have dated your brother instead." During a fight, I said, "Let me help you with that." I called my brother right there. What he told her about me left her speechless and single. I, 32 male, been with Ashley 29 for 3 years, living together for 1, thought we were solid until last Tuesday when everything exploded over. Wait for it, me not wanting to lease a BMW. Yeah, a car payment ended our relationship. Started simple enough. She'd been dropping hints about upgrading our lifestyle for months. Her Instagram feed was full of influencer lifestyle content, and apparently our Honda Accord wasn't cutting it anymore. "Babe, everyone at my firm drives something nicer. It's embarrassing pulling up in that." "The Honda's paid off and runs perfect," I said. "That's such loser mentality. You make good money but live like you're broke." "I'm a software developer, make decent money, but I invest most of it. Early retirement's the goal, not impressing Ashley's coworkers." The fight escalated. She brought up everything. My boring wardrobe, jeans and polos, my cheap hobbies, gaming and reading, my pathetic lack of ambition, not wanting to job hop for 10% raises. Then she dropped the bomb. "You're such a loser. Your brother Dylan would never live like this. God, I should have dated him instead. At least he knows how to live." My brother Dylan, the investment banker, the one with the Porsche and the penthouse, the one Ashley always got weird and giggly around at family dinners. Something in me just shifted. Wasn't even angry. Just done. "You know what? Let me help you with that." Pulled out my phone, FaceTimed Dylan. He answered on the second ring. "Hey bro, what's up?" "Hey Dylan, you're on speaker. Ashley here has something to tell you." Ashley's face went from angry to confused to pale. Hey Ashley," Dylan said. "She was just telling me she should have dated you instead. Thinks I'm a loser. What do you think?" "Want to trade?" Dylan laughed, not a polite laugh. Full belly laugh. "Ash, you serious right now?" She stammered. We were fighting and..." "Nah, let me tell you something about my loser brother," Dylan said. "You know why I drive a Porsche? Because I'm drowning in debt trying to look successful. You know why James drives a Honda? Because he owns it, and the house you're living in, and about $500,000 in index funds." Ashley's mouth opened. Nothing came out. "That boring job he won't leave? He's got more stock options than my salary. Those cheap hobbies? Dude's been mining crypto since 2015. Still has most of it." What? "But here's the best part," Dylan continued. "Remember last year when I had that business trip for 3 months? I was in rehab, cocaine, because keeping up appearances nearly killed me. James paid for it. Whole thing. Never asked for a penny back. I hadn't planned on that coming out," Dylan continued. "So yeah, Ashley, you can totally date me instead. I'm sure you'll love the $200K in student loans, the leased car, and the apartment I can barely afford. Oh, and I'm about 3 months behind on that lease actually. James, can you spot me again?" "We'll talk later," I said quietly. "Ashley, you still there?" Dylan asked. "Because if you really think my brother's a loser, you're too stupid to date either of us." He hung up. Ashley stood there, face cycling through emotions like a broken slot machine. You have $500,000. More now, actually. Market's been good. Why didn't you tell me? Why would that change anything? I'm the same person I was 5 minutes ago. But we could have been living better, traveling, nice things. We could have, but I chose security over appearances. If that makes me a loser, then yeah, I'm a loser." She tried to backtrack. "I didn't mean it. I was just frustrated." "No, you meant it, and now you know you were wrong about the money, but right about one thing. We're not compatible." "What are you saying?" "I'm saying you should pack. Stay with your sister tonight. We'll figure out the logistics later." Update 1, Ashley didn't leave that night. Instead, she tried to play it off like nothing happened. Made my favorite dinner, wore that dress I liked, kept trying to initiate let's move forward conversations. "Babe, couples fight. It's normal. We're stronger now." "Ashley, you told me you wished you dated my brother. That's not a fight. That's a revelation." "I was just mad about the car thing." "No, you revealed how you actually see me. And now that you know about the money, you want to stay? That tells me everything." Wednesday, she switched tactics. Tears. So many tears. "I love you, not your money. You literally changed your tune the second Dylan mentioned my portfolio." "That's not fair." I was in shock. Thursday she went nuclear. Started calling my mom. My phone rang at work. Mom. James, honey, Ashley called crying. Says you're throwing her out over a silly argument. Mom, she said she should have dated Dylan instead. Long pause. She said what? Yeah, that little, I never liked her anyway. You need help packing her things? God, I love my mom. But Ashley wasn't done. She called my dad next. My dad, who taught me about index funds when I was 12. Who drives a 15-year-old Toyota despite running a successful contracting business. He texted me, "Your girl just tried to convince me you're having a mental breakdown." I told her the only breakdown was her showing her true colors. Block her number, son. Friday morning, the real entertainment started. Ashley went on social media. After 3 years, he kicks me out because I suggested we upgrade our lifestyle. Ladies, never date a man who won't grow with you. Narcissist alert, financial abuse. The comments were initially supportive, her friends rallying around her, until Dylan commented, "Upgrade equals wanting him to lease a BMW he doesn't need while you contribute $0 to bills?" Interesting definition. Ashley deleted the post within an hour. But screenshots were already circulating in our friend group. Her sister Miranda called me. "James, what the hell? Ashley's staying here saying you went psycho." Miranda, she told me she should have dated my brother instead. That explains why she won't tell me what the fight was actually about. There's more. Explain the whole thing. The BMW pressure, the loser comments, the money revelation, her sudden change of heart. Miranda sighed. She's always been like this. Remember her ex, Tony? Dumped him for not having ambition. He just started his own plumbing company. Making bank now. Pattern of behavior? Since high school, she measures worth by appearances. I thought she'd grown out of it with you. Apparently not. I'll deal with her. You deserve better, James. Update 2 Saturday, Ashley showed up with a U-Haul and entitlement squad. Her mom, Donna, and her best friend, Kayla. Donna immediately started in. "How dare you humiliate my daughter like this, making her homeless over words." "She's not homeless, Donna. She's moving back to her apartment." Yeah, Ashley had her own place. She'd been renting it out for extra income while living with me rent-free. That detail seemed important suddenly. You wasted 3 years of her life. Did I? She lived here free, saved all that rent money, and now calls me a loser. Who wasted whose time? Kayla jumped in. "You're seriously ending this over one fight? Men are so fragile." It wasn't a fight. It was Ashley revealing she's only interested in image and money. "That's not true," Ashley protested. "I loved you before I knew about the money. But you called me a loser when you thought I didn't have any. That's the point." Then Ashley's mask slipped. "You know what? Fine. You are a loser. What kind of man hides that kind of money from his girlfriend? The kind who wanted to be loved for himself. That's manipulation. You tested me." "No, I just lived within my means. You failed a test I wasn't even giving." Donna pulled the guilt card. "She gave you 3 years of her life. She got 3 years of free housing. I'd say we're even." The loading process was tense. Ashley tried to take things that weren't hers. The TV I'd bought, kitchen appliances, even tried to grab my gaming console. That's communal property. "Receipts in my name, put it back." "I used it too. You watched Netflix, barely counts." Each item became a battle. She'd claim emotional attachment to things she'd never touched. The coffee maker she never used because she bought Starbucks daily. The air fryer she called unnecessary when I bought it. Finally, everything actually hers was loaded. Ashley turned for one last shot. "You'll regret this. No woman's gonna want a boring cheapskate who hides money. Better than a woman who only wants the money." Kayla decided to add her wisdom. "You'll die alone with your precious portfolio." "Maybe, but at least I won't die broke with someone who calls me a loser." They left. Ashley peeled out dramatically, probably for effect. Then came the text bombardment. Not from Ashley, she was blocked, but from numbers I didn't recognize. Her friends, cousins, random flying monkeys. "You're trash for doing this to Ashley. She deserves compensation for 3 years. You led her on pretending to be poor." That last one made me laugh. I never pretended anything. I just didn't flaunt wealth I was building. There's a difference. Update 3. The escalation was predictable, but still exhausting. Ashley started telling people we were basically married, and she deserved alimony. Someone explained to her, that's not how girlfriends work. She didn't take it well. She showed up at my workplace. That was fun. Security called me. Mr. James, there's an Ashley here saying she needs to get her things from your office. She's never been to my office. Please escort her out. She made a scene, screaming about financial abuse and theft of relationship assets. Security had to physically remove her. My boss, who'd been watching from his office, called me in. Rough breakup? She wanted me to lease a BMW I don't need. He laughed. My ex wanted a boat. I feel you. Need any time off? Nah, I'm good. If she shows up again, we're calling the cops. But the real surprise came Tuesday. A process server at my door. Ashley was suing me for unlawful eviction. She was never on the lease. Emotional damages from financial deception. 3 years of unpaid domestic labor. Disposal of shared assets, the stuff I wouldn't let her steal. The amount? $50,000. I called my lawyer buddy Richard. He read it, laughed for 5 straight minutes. This is toilet paper. She has no case. Counter-sue for harassment? Is it worth it? Probably not, but it'd be funny. Decided to just respond formally. Richard drafted something beautiful. Ms. Ashley has no legal standing. She was a guest in Mr. James's home, paid no rent, and has no claim to assets purchased solely by Mr. James. Her claims of financial deception are particularly amusing, given Mr. James was under no obligation to disclose his financial status to a girlfriend. We recommend Miss Ashley seek actual legal counsel before filing frivolous lawsuits. Meanwhile, Dylan called with intelligence. Bro, Ashley's been DMing me. Seriously? Yeah, started with I think there was a misunderstanding and escalated to we should get coffee to talk about James. She's trying to date you now? Trying? Bro, she sent me bikini pics while suing me with the caption, James's loss could be your gain. I screenshotted everything. Send them to Richard. Might help with the harassment case. Already done. Also, told her I don't date gold diggers who insult my brother. What'd she say? Blocked me and posted about toxic masculinity and brothers who enable each other's abuse. The lawsuit went nowhere. Judge took one look and dismissed it. Ashley had to pay court costs. The rage texts from her mom were epic. You ruined her credit making her pay those fees. She ruined it herself, filing a frivolous lawsuit. She was entitled to support after 3 years. She was entitled to nothing but the exit she got. Update 4. The final extinction burst. Yes, I know that term is overused, but it fits. Came from an unexpected place. Ashley got a new boyfriend, some finance bro named Garrett she met on a dating app. Moved fast, Instagram official within 2 weeks. Normally wouldn't care. But then Miranda messaged me. You need to see this. Ashley's telling Garrett you're stalking her. Screenshots. Ashley telling this dude I was obsessed and dangerous, and she needed protection from her abusive ex. Garrett, apparently trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho, demed me from his professional account. Big mistake. Hey buddy, heard you can't let Ashley go. Back off or we'll have problems. I don't care how much crypto you have, I'll end you. I forwarded it to Richard. That's a threat. Want a restraining order? Against him or her? Both? Tempting. Instead, I did something better. Garrett worked at a major investment firm, listed on his LinkedIn, which he'd conveniently linked in his Instagram. I didn't contact his work. That would be petty. But I did reply to his message. Garrett, I haven't contacted Ashley since she moved out a month ago. I have no interest in her or you. However, you just threatened me in writing from an account linked to your employer. I've screenshotted this and forwarded to my attorney. I suggest you get your facts straight before making threats. Also, Ashley's being sued by her previous ex, Tony, for similar false allegations. Might want to Google that. Have a nice day. Within an hour, the message was deleted. Within 2 hours, Ashley was calling from different numbers, leaving voicemails. You're trying to ruin my new relationship? You're pathetic. I didn't respond, but karma did. Garrett, being in finance and apparently having 2 brain cells to rub together, did his research. Found the lawsuit she'd filed against me, public record. Found Tony's lawsuit against her, also public record. She'd claimed he owed her money for supporting his business emotionally. Found her pattern. He dumped her, publicly. Posted her screenshots trying to get him to buy her a car after 2 weeks of dating. Ashley's response? Claimed Garrett and I were in a conspiracy against her, that I'd turned him against her with lies, that we were financially abusing her together. Even her own friends started distancing themselves. Kayla posted something vague about surrounding herself with genuine people and unfollowed Ashley. Miranda sent one last update. She's spiraling, moved back with our parents. Says all men are trash and she's focusing on herself. Also, she applied for a BMW lease and got rejected. Karma's beautiful. Final update, it's been 3 months now. Life's peaceful. Ashley tried one last play. Sent a long email about how she's been in therapy. Doubt it. Realized her mistakes. Doubt it more. And wanted to apologize. Definitely don't believe it. I see now that I valued the wrong things. You were right about everything. I was shallow and materialistic. Can we at least talk? I didn't respond. She sent another. I know you're reading these. The least you could do is acknowledge my apology. Still didn't respond. Final email. You're just as cruel as I said. Ignoring someone trying to make amends shows who you really are. There it is. The fake apology dissolved the second I didn't bite. Classic. Meanwhile, my life improved dramatically. Promoted to senior developer, the lack of ambition really paid off. Started dating Rachel, a librarian who drives a Corolla and thinks expensive cars are compensation for something. Dylan's doing better. Got clean, sold the Porsche, living within his means. Mom invited Rachel to family dinner. Never invited Ashley once in 3 years. Even bought a new car, a slightly newer Honda. Paid cash. Last I heard through the grapevine, Ashley's still single, still at her parents', still posting about high-value women and knowing your worth. Got fired from her firm for spending too much time on social media during work. Tried to start a lifestyle coaching business on Instagram. Has 12 followers. Posted about being a survivor of narcissistic abuse. Weekly Tony, her ex before me, reached out on LinkedIn. Heard she tried the same thing with you. Sorry you went through that. You warned me when we started dating. I didn't listen. Nobody ever does. She's good at the beginning. How long until she showed her true colors with you? 2 years. You? 3. You're patient. I bounced the second she called me a loser for not buying a Rolex. She wanted you to buy a Rolex? With my plumbing business money, said it would elevate my image. Now I own 3 trucks and 5 employees. Still wear a Timex. Good for you, man. You too, dodged a bullet. Dodged a missile. The thing that gets me isn't the money stuff. It's the loser comment. She genuinely thought having a stable job, living below my means, and saving money made me a loser, while thinking Dylan's debt-funded lifestyle made him a winner. She wanted the appearance of success, not actual success. The BMW without the payment, the lifestyle without the work, the relationship without the respect. Rachel asked me last week if I regret not telling Ashley about the money sooner. Would it have mattered? She either would have stayed for the wrong reasons or gotten mad I didn't spend it on her. There was no winning. You won by leaving. By her leaving, technically. Same result. She's right. Ashley leaving was the best thing that happened. Showed me what I don't want in a partner. Someone who measures worth in car brands and cares more about Instagram than stability. My brother said it best during our last conversation about it. She thought you were a loser, but you're the one with the paid-off car, the investment portfolio, and the new girlfriend who likes you for you. Meanwhile, she's unemployed, living with her parents, trying to become an influencer with 12 followers. Who's the loser now? I don't think Ashley's a loser. I think she's lost. There's a difference. She's lost in a world of fake social media lives, measuring herself against influencers who rent Lamborghinis for photo shoots. But that's not my problem anymore. My problem is deciding whether to buy more index funds or finally start that real estate investment I've been researching. Real loser problems, according to Ashley. I think I'll take being that kind of loser any day.